Hi, my name is Susan Palmer, and now I'd like to help you learn how to play the guitar. This lesson covers pages 121 through 124 in the Guitar Lesson Companion. If you don't already own a copy, you can pick one up today at leadcappress.com. I want to walk you through another warm-up exercise. This is a slurring exercise which will make your playing sound more smooth. I'm going to start on the 5th fret, and I'm going to play with my first finger on that 5th fret of the lowest or thickest string, and I'm going to pick that first note, and then I'm going to use a technique called the hammer-on, where I'm not picking the string again, but instead I'm just hammering on with a lot of force, really, to hit that note on the 6th fret of the guitar. So my hammer-on will look like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and complete the exercise on the remaining 5 strings. To descend, I'm going to use a technique called the pull-off, and with the pull-off, I'm going to pick that note played by my 2nd finger, and without re-picking the string, I'm going to pull it off so that the note on my 1st finger is going to ring out. So the pull-off exercise will sound like this. So there's a few different slurring exercises on page 8. I want you to start practicing them every day so you get some good technique in there. So I want you to complete the chromatic scale worksheet on page 121. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but before you move on, I want to make sure that you have those notes completely memorized. So write it out a few times on a blank piece of paper and then check back in the book to make sure that you've got it. Now I want to show you something kind of cool about the guitar. This is an E power chord, or an E5 chord, which is on page 122. Now the lowest note that I'm playing is that note E. That's the name of the chord. It's an E5 or an E power chord. Now if I move each one of these notes up a half step, or 1 fret, then I get an F5 chord, or an F power chord. Again, the lowest note names the chord. So this is an F5 power chord, this would be an F sharp power chord, and so on. So if you know that chromatic scale, which you will by completing the worksheet on page 121, then you'll be able to find any chord on the guitar, or any power chord. We'll get to those other chords later on. So that's the strategy. Now, most students have a hard time memorizing all those notes on the guitar, but a good musician has to know those notes, because that's how you're going to be able to communicate with other musicians and read music and converse with your bass player and things like that. So I developed a series of exercises on page 122 and 123 to help students master those notes on the E string and the A string. So you got to pick up the book so that you can check out those exercises. I've never had a student go through those exercises and not have complete mastery of those 2 strings. So I know that this works, and this is again another plug for the book. Pick it up today at leadcappress.com. Go through those power chord exercises. Spend 1 week going through page 122 and then another full week on page 123, and you'll have it. It'll take you about 10 minutes a day, but it's worth it. So work hard, have fun, and thanks.